tips for sleep. Tip 1. Avoid blue light. The production of the sleep hormone melatonin can be affected by different types of bright light. However, blue light is the most harmful, as it can suppress melatonin more than other light. Blue light is the kind of light that we see outside during the day, and also comes from devices like phones, computers, and tablets. A recent study published in Chronobiology International showed how blue light can interfere with our sleep quality. The researchers from the University of Haifa and Sleep Clinic exposed some people to blue light or red light from their computer screens between 9 and 11 p.m., which is when the pineal gland starts to make melatonin. They then observed how they slept afterwards. The final results showed that the people who were exposed to blue light had less melatonin, sleep for shorter periods, and had more disrupted sleep. They also found that blue light prevented the body from lowering its temperature at night, which is a natural signal that tells us to go to sleep. The body temperature remained normal throughout the night. On the other hand, people were exposed to red light at normal melatonin levels and body temperature changes, which led to sleep that was better and longer. The conclusion: blue light can have a negative impact on your sleep, so you should avoid using your electronic devices for 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed, or use night shift mode on your screens, which emits yellowish or red light. Tip 2. Quit being social before bedtime. Stop scrolling Instagram, close Snapchat, log out of Twitter, and leave Facebook alone until the next day. There is evidence that using social media before bed can harm your sleep quality. How? Because it can make you feel insecure and anxious as you compare your life with what's happening online. And this kind of emotional stress is not helpful for falling asleep peacefully. When the Royal Society for Public Health released a report on how social media affects the health and well-being of young people, they found that Instagram and Snapchat both focused on images with the worst, having negative impacts on sleep and body image and causing anxiety and fear of missing out. Ever heard of Instagramity? I think that's how you say it. When you're browsing social media sites, the key is to remember that people usually only post pictures where they look good or having fun, or even photos that were edited to look flawless. The best thing you can do is simply turn off your social media and take a break from digital devices, at least for a few hours before bedtime, and forget about your FOMO to find your own calm and peace of mind so that you can more easily relax into a state ready for sleep. And while you're at it, you could try adopting the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi, I think that's how you say it, which rejects the superficial pursuit of Instagram and Pinterest perfection, and instead appreciates imperfection and sees beauty in the cracks and flaws, including any wrinkles you may have, your less than fit firm body, and your cozy home that's been home to your family for years. There's more to life. Tip 3. Use a rocking motion to sleep. It's a common fact that babies love to be rocked to sleep, and it seems we never grow out of finding being swayed back and forth soothing. Scientists from the University of Geneva found out that adults who took a nap in a rocking bed, similar to a hammock, fell asleep quicker and had more of the kind of brainwave activity linked to deep, restful sleep when a rocking bed was used than when they slept in a bed that was still. This suggests that a rocking motion actually helps sync brainwave activity into a pattern related to sleep. If you don't have a hammock to sleep, who does? And we're still waiting for rocking beds to hit the market. You may want to get yourself a rocking chair for the bedroom to help you feel calm and sleep. mess up your sleep then. Besides staying away from fluids about 2 hours before bed, try this trick. When getting ready to bed, go for a pee, but after you're done, wait for about 30 seconds, then try go again. Or go to the bathroom, say just before brushing your teeth, then try again after you're undressed, washed, and about to get into bed. About 10 minutes later, this technique called double voiding is used to treat an overactive bladder to make sure that it's totally empty, and it could mean getting fewer annoying nighttime interruptions. Tip 5. Have a bath an hour and a half before bed. Surprisingly, it's not the heat and comfort of the hot water that makes you sleep, though that's certainly relaxing. It has to do with the decrease in body temperature after you get out of the bath. Every night, your body's core temperature needs to drop to make your brain release the hormone melatonin, causing sleepiness. When you're bathing in a warm water, blood is flowing to the surface of your skin, and when you get out of the bath, those widened blood vessels quickly lose heat from your body's core, helping your temperature to fall and sending that signal to your brain to produce melatonin. A Loughborough University study found that people who took warm baths at 9 p.m. fell asleep more easily and had slow wave deep sleep than those who took baths earlier in the day. Tip 6. Wash your hands. Can't take a bath or a shower before bed? No problem. Washing your hands with warm or cool water can do the trick. Glabrous, hairless parts of the body, such as the palms of your hands, are great at losing heat, though relatively small in size compared to other parts. They have a lot of special vascular structures that help you cool down. After washing your hands, gently tap the skin without drying it fully. As the water evaporates, heat is released from the skin's surface, thereby helping to lower the body's core temperature. Skip 7. Tip 7. Skip the dishwasher. People who are fortunate enough to get perfect night's sleep, night after night, no more no less, tend to share a thing in common. They stop working and have a chore deadline at least 2 hours before bedtime. But if there's one task you absolutely have to postpone until later, then instead of hurrying to put on your plates and the dishwasher after dinner, wash them by hand. Washing dishes in the sink can relax the mind and reduce stress, according to a study by Florida State University, but you have to do it mindfully, taking time to focus on smelling the detergent and feeling the water temperature on your skin. People who washed dishes in this way reported a 27% decrease in anxiety. So go ahead and pop open the kitchen champagne, the dish soap, that is before bed. Tip 7, I think I might have lost count. Try to resolve any conflict before bedtime. We've all heard this a little bit of advice, but now it's been confirmed that if you want to have a good night's sleep, it is helpful, perhaps even need, to be on good terms with the other half. A study published in Journal of Social Psychological and Personality Science found that people who felt secure in their relationships experienced less anxiety at bedtime, which led to better quality of sleep. The authors explained that the restorative sleep, the high quality uninterrupted sleep that's healing and great for your health, only happens when you feel secure and unthreatened. When we are children, we gain the sense of security and safeness from our parents, and when we're older, the role falls to our partners. Hence, the more loved and understood we feel, the better we sleep. So, if you had a fight, make sure you hug and make up before bedtime. Tip 8, I yourself in a book. Reading is one of the best and quickest ways to relax at bedtime. In one study, people were given stressful tasks and then told to do one relaxing activity: reading, listening to music, having a hot drink, or playing a video game. When stress hormone cortisol in each individual's blood was measured, it was found that the reader's levels had dropped by the most, by 68%. And it was pretty fast. It took just 6 minutes, immersed in a book, to lower heart rates and ease muscle tension. It doesn't matter what kind of book you choose, though. Suggest avoiding horror, obviously, as long as it captivates your imagination and distracts you from any worries that you might otherwise prevent you from falling asleep. Tip 9, I think. Schedule your alarm, but for sleep. Just as you set your alarm to wake you up in the morning, it's a good idea to set it in the evening to remind you that it's time to start a dimming down routine. You can't expect your body or your mind to simply turn off if you've been busy or mentally active just before bedtime. The alarm will help you to make the transition from daytime activities that help your brain, body be alert, work, Facebook exercise, internet searching, or whatever it may be, to soothing nighttime activities such as reading, listening to relaxing music, and so on. Doing something calming will help you slow down and train your mind to associate restful activities with sleep. Make sure you use a gentle alarm tone. Set it for 40 minutes to an hour. Before bedtime, try to make sure you've done all the next day preparations you need. Ironing, sorting out lunches and lunch boxes and so on before the alarm goes off, so there are no last minute worries to disrupt wind down time. As soon as you turn off the alarm, the first thing you should do is take a few deep breaths. This sends a message to your brain that it's time to slow down and relax. Tip 10, I think, treat yourself to a face massage. If you're using moisturizer at night, then make it a treat and give yourself a full-on face massage. A study published in Complementary Therapies in Clinical Practice found that women who had a 20-minute face massage had a drop in blood pressure, as well as increased feelings of sleepiness. So start by applying pressure between your eyebrows, then slide your fingers upwards, over and across your forehead, repeating several times. Next, massage from your nose to your cheeks and ears, then from your mouth across the jawline, and finish with your neck, stroking upwards from the collarbone. Tip 11. Learn to love lavender. Lavender oil is known for its relaxing properties, and researchers even shown that it can soothe you and help you to sleep. A study published in the Journal of Medical Association of Thailand found that healing lavender oil lowered blood pressure and heart rate. Another study from the University of Southampton showed that people whose rooms had been scented with lavender or oil related the quality of their sleep on average 20% better than those who slept in a room scented with a placebo. There are a lot of ways you can use lavender oil before bed to ease you to sleep. Try spraying it on your pillow, lighting a lavender oil burner before bed, then blowing out the candle lights out, or using a lavender diffuser, applying it to a couple of drops of lavender on your wrist, neck, chest, or temples, adding a few drops of lavender to a hot towel, laying it on your face to inhale, or using a relaxing lavender bath oil, or try a fresh sprig of lavender to your shower head. The hot water from the shower will release the plant's essential oils. Tip 12. Create a cozy atmosphere by lowering the lights. The Danes are known for their lifestyle, creating coziness and contentment in their living spaces. And it could explain why they are always among the happiest people in the world. Creating Aggie in your own room could improve your sleep too. Part of the way the Danes create a comforting and restful atmosphere is by using warm, soothing lighting from candles and low lamps. No bright overhead lights allowed. Too much exposure to electric light at night stimulates feelings of aloneness and stops the natural increase in melatonin production that the dark brings. So, if you do as the Danes do and keep the lights low in your home, as the evening progresses, it will send a signal to your brain and body that it's time to rest. Try eating by candlelight. Use a dimmer switch on your overhead lights, or even better still, use lamps with low wattage dimmable bulbs. Tip 13, I think. Keep the lights low. So, you've lowered the lights downstairs to help your melatonin levels to rise nicely in preparation for sleep, but make sure you don't spoil the effect when you go upstairs by turning on bright lights in the bedroom while brushing your teeth in the bathroom while reading a book. An Australian study showed that just 1 hour of bright light was enough to reduce nighttime production of melatonin to almost daytime amounts. Using dimly lit bedside lamps and in your bathroom lights are dimmable, consider installing a dimmer switch. Limit your binge watching. Tip 14. Many of us can't resist the temptation to watch just one more episode before bed, but binge watching, the relatively new phenomenon, although I guess maybe it's been around for a while now, of consuming episode after episode of captivating TV series in quick succession could be preventing us from getting a good night's rest. A US and Belgian study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that serious binge watching habits were linked to poor sleep, fatigue, and symptoms of insomnia, whereas regular television wasn't. It is thought that the increased mental stimulation related to the watcher's high degree of engagement with such television shows leads to a much pre-sleep arousal that interferes with the ability to fall asleep. Set yourself a strict limit as to how many episodes you're going to watch a night to take a break after each one and get rid of the automatic urge to keep watching. Tip 14. Limit your binge watching. Many of us can't resist the temptation to watch just one more episode before bed, but binge watching, the relatively new phenomenon of consuming episode after episode of a captivating TV series in quick succession, could be preventing us from getting a good night's rest. A US Belgian study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that serious binge watching habits were linked to poor sleep, fatigue, and symptoms of insomnia, whereas regular television wasn't. It thought that the increased mental stimulation related to the watcher's high degree of engagement with such television shows leads to so much pre-sleep arousal that it interferes with the ability to fall asleep. So, set yourself a strict limit as to how many episodes you watch a night and take a break after each one to get rid of automatic urge to keep on watching. Step 15. Tip 15. Put your legs up. Ask any yoga teacher to recommend poses that might help you fall asleep, and the chances are that the Viparita, I think, Karani, or legs up the wall will be one of them. This posture is thought relaxation. It's easy to do and doesn't require too much flexibility. Start by sitting on the floor with one hip left or right against the wall, then turn your body and keeping your buttocks close to the wall, bring your legs up onto it and gently lower your back to the floor. Use a pillow next to the wall under your hips to lower back to help support you if necessary, and get comfortable into position near or further away from the wall as best suits you, slightly bending your knees if you need to. Stay in position for a few minutes or so, as long as you feel comfortable. You can do this in bed with your legs up against the headboard if that's practical. Tip 15. Relax your body in child's pose. This is another common yoga pose that can relax both body and mind, as well as ease tension in the lower back. You can do this one in bed or on the floor. First, get into a kneeling position, sitting on your heels with your knees together or hip distance apart. Next, roll the top half of your body forwards until your forehead rests on the bed or the floor, arms outstretched in front of you. You can rest your head on a pillow if that's too hard to come all the way forward. Hold the pose for as long as you feel comfortable and for a maximum 3 minutes, breathing slowly. Tip 16. Hang loose and let gravity do its work. Stretches like this one, which require no strength and little balance, can soothe your mind, release tension, and help you prepare for sleep. Standing with your arms raised overhead, begin to bend forward from your hips, reaching down towards your toes, then hang there like a ragdoll. Let your muscles and your head hang loose and feel the tension melt from your shoulders. Gently shake your arms back and forth and bend your knees as much as necessary for your own comfort. Stay there for as long as you feel comfortable, closing your eyes, breathing slowly and letting your thoughts wander. While you're there, try sighing every time you breathe out. Research shows that the act of sighing can actually ease stress and muscle tension. Tip 17. Enjoy the relaxing sounds of music. A study published in the Journal of Advanced Nursing found that students who listened to relaxing classical music for 45 minutes at bedtime over 3 weeks fell asleep faster, slept better and for longer, and experienced fewer depressive symptoms than those who didn't. If you like relaxing, do some peaceful tunes to help you sleep. Look for music that's string-based with no sudden changes in volume and no repeating melody. This allows your mind to drift dreamily because you're not expecting the repeat. Ideally, the music should have around 50 to 70 beats per minute. The idea is that your heartbeat slows to match the rhythm. Tip 18. Experience tingles and relax. Did you know that listening to someone whisper while they brush their hair could trigger your autonomous sensory meridian response? Well, I assume you do if you're watching this, but anyways, let's continue and send you to sleep. Let me explain. ASMR describes a tingling, calming, and relaxing sensation that starts at the top of your head and spreads to the neck, spine, and shoulders, and sometimes the arms and legs too. It's the feeling you may get when being massaged. For example, visual and audio ASMR clips designed to induce tingling sensations are popping up all over the internet, especially on YouTube. They feature simple, repetitive, slow, gentle or crisp sounds, the terrain falling, whispering, tapping or scratching, or even some doing calming things such as folding freshly washed towels, flipping through magazines or brushing hair. One study by researchers at Swansea University found that 82% of people who listened to ASMR clips did it to help them sleep and 98% to help them relax. A new study found by Sheffield University found that people watching these videos experienced